Right, we have good lighting. How's it going, Remprex? Good evening to you. It's so great to be with you today. So I'm in a whole new place again. Let me just make sure you can see me well. Hope you're doing good tonight. It is Tuesday. We are finishing out the month. We're in the second half of August, so I hope that you're having a really nice, end to your summer. You're staying, busy. You got lots of holiday family stuff going on. I'm going to be joining you for some yoga. We're going to be doing a lower body kind of stretch. So we're going to get into our hips as well as we are going to get into our legs. So as we always do, make sure that you are comfortable. See that like this black wall. Yeah, let me give you a better wall. Better wall here. So as we always do in our yoga classes, we are paying attention to what we're doing. We're present in our body. We're taking into consideration everything that has happened today or even over the weekend in the way that we choose to move our body. So we're thinking about how we slept. We're thinking about, did we just eat a lot? How has my diet and nutrition been all day? Or even since, Friday into the weekend. It can totally affect how you feel, how you sleep, your mood, all of that stuff. So you're taking that into account as well as your mood and irritability level, your sense of feeling rested. All of this is going to help you decide the intensity at which you're going to move your body and also the importance of just listening to where you're at. So today we are going to start off with a warm up with a bit of balancing. So really spend some time on our legs, on our feet, feel the groundedness and the benefit of that. And then we're going to move into coming into more of the sequence, which is going to be about 15-20 minutes. And then we're coming into our cool down, which in yoga stretching class is really just a prolonged kind of hold. So that's what we're going to roll with today. If you have any questions about what we're doing, modifications that you'd like to make, please pop them in the chat if you'd like, if it feels like a good time, or you can send me an email or ask me on Pointogram. If at any point you want water, have some water. Water is very good for you. And it's to be drank or to be had at an appropriate time. You don't want to have too much water when you're stretching. You don't want to really have too much water when you're working out either. If you feel that you need it, please have it. The most important thing that you take away and that you learn from all of these classes is that you're in control. You're in control of your body. You're in control of your situation, how you feel, what you're doing to make yourself feel good. And so take that in consideration the whole time through. All right, I'm a bit dark, but it's okay. You just need to see the outline of my body anyways. And that's super clear. So let's do that. I'm going to stand as we always do in our warm-ups. Feet are underneath my hips. Arms are relaxed down by our sides. And because we're particularly interested in yoga and relaxing and bringing that kind of calm peace of mind into our situation, our present state, let's start off with some breathing. So let's close our eyes. Feet are underneath our hips, arms by your sides, relaxed. Letting go of any kind of tension that you feel and pay attention to your breathing. So that letting go of tension is probably the hardest part. You just kind of, I say it in passing and kind of quickly. So let's just focus in on that for a moment. Let's start from the top and go down. As you're breathing, feel like every breath that you're taking softens you more and more into relaxation and letting go of tension and rigidity. First, do that in the head and face. Relax your jaw. Relax your tongue. Really feel like your mouth, eyes, ears, head, all the musculature in your mouth, jaw are relaxed. Every exhale helps you to do that more. Move down to the neck and shoulders. Neck and shoulders are a place where people hold a ton of tension, so pay close attention to where you feel today. What tension level are you at? Would you give it a number out of 10? What would it be? Relax the tension in the neck and shoulders. Moving down to just the whole arms, especially down into your fingertips. Fingers, hands, we do a lot of gripping, a lot of grabbing, holding of things, phones, cutlery, steering wheels, desktop, laptop, keypads, mice, mouses, computer stuff. Relax the tension in your arms, forearms if you do a lot of stuff with your hands. Now moving down into the whole torso, relaxing your belly. So what I want you to do is I want you to relax your belly and soften it. Kind of allow it to come out and stick out. Who cares what it looks like? Just soften your belly. And feel like you're inflating in 3D, like you're filling up like a balloon. Good. Now coming into your hips, pelvis, glutes. Oftentimes we just stand here and squeeze our bum. Not necessary. So really relax and soften the hips. We're going to get into them more with some stretching, but we'll first just feel that we can relax tension there. Good place to start. And in the final place, relax all the tension from your hips down to your feet, especially your feet. A lot of us spend time in shoes that are uncomfortable. Maybe they're heavy, they're like steel-toed, or they're uncomfortable. They're like high heels, or cramming our foot into small shoes. Maybe our feet get swollen at the end of the day because we're seated for a long time. Relax all that tension in the whole body. And then we're going to move the neck a little bit by side bending it to the left and side bending it to the right. Just one time in each direction, back and forth swaying, like a little pendulum swinging. Make sure that you feel in control of your body. You can take it deeper. So let your head tip to one side and turn it into a side bend. Come back up, head on straight. Side bend your head to the right. Once you go all the way with your neck and head, let it come into the side bend of the body. Loose arms. One more time to this right, and we've done it 3 times. Good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get into some hip stretching, then we're going to do some balancing. So let's put foot out. Okay, so I'm just pulling my right leg as close as I can towards my body, getting all the snaps, cracks, pops out of the foot, right foot. Make sure you're getting the toes as well as the ankle. Once you've done that, you can let that go. Stand on 2 feet. Pull the left knee up. And again, wiggle that foot around as much as you can. And then put it down. So before we get into our balancing, we're going to spend a bit of time in a long, prolonged forward fold. So I'm going to move the camera just briefly, and then we're going to come up and do like a standing figure 4, sometimes called a piriformis stretch. It feels really good. I'm at the wall today because I wanted to give you that perspective. Also an option to hold the wall if your balance isn't so great. But first, let's do our forward fold. So our forward fold, all I want you to do is stand with a little bit of bend into your knees. Okay, a little bit of bend into your knees and just tip all the way forward. It's almost like you're sticking your butt out and back. You're nice and straight in your spine. And you're just going to tip all the way over till your hands touch the ground. Okay, that's a really important puzzle piece there. Okay, so you got to bend your knees as much as you need to make sure that your hands are touching the ground. Once you get there, you're going to pedal your knees on the other. Breathing slowly into your abdomen. And then you're going to just rest in a forward fold for 5 breaths. Really stretching out the back of the body. You should feel this anywhere from your heels all the way up to really all the way up to the top of your head. Depends on the person, depend on your limitations, past history, all of these things kind of play a factor. Two more breaths. And then it's going to be most comfortable for you to slowly roll up on the bottom of an exhale. So right when you're exhaling, start to bend your knees, slowly roll up as you are exhaling. You should be stacked, tall, head on top of torso, legs grounded and balanced, coming back into your standing position. All right, awesome. So let's come into a wall kind of stretch here. This is going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So how we're going to do this, so I'm actually going to go up a little higher so we can for sure see my body. All right, I have a wall here. You can use it or not, whatever you want. I'm going to show you what we're going to do and you can decide. So what you're going to do, we do this a lot sitting down or laying down on the ground. You're going to take your right foot, okay? You're going to cross it over your left thigh. So you're taking your right foot over your left thigh and then pushing that right knee open, okay? So you're making that 4-leg shape. You can kind of see it in my legs now. It's kind of facing the wrong direction, but I hope that you get the point. Okay, so once you have that, you're going to flex the foot across. Make sure you're not rolling your ankle over on top of your thigh. That's a bad move. And then when you get there, you're going to use the stability of the wall to start to bend into this stretch, meaning you're going to bend the standing leg and lean and tip forward. So you're getting a nice big stretch on your right knee. If your balance is good, you can take your right hand off and push your right knee open. I'm just going to stay here for a moment, really get into the deep hip kind of area. Stay here for 2 more breaths and then we'll switch sides. Again, you're going to want to feel that kind of relaxation of the exhale and come up as you exhale. All the way up. 2 feet come down on the ground. Arms relax. If you're holding your breath there or struggling in any way, let's just take 3 calming breaths. Breathing into your belly. And then we'll do the other side. So if I put my left hand here, I'm going to be facing away from you. So I'm going to not do that. I'm going to make sure that I keep facing you. So just to make sure we have the directions clear, my left leg, my left foot is crossing over my right thigh. Okay. So right foot over my left thigh. Push the left knee open. Have your balance. You're gonna start to bend your standing leg as well as sit down, like lean your chest forward. Okay? You can put your left elbow on your left knee as well. And just start to really open that up. Can balance if it helps or not. And breathe slow. Balancing is really important to just find a point of focus and just sit with that. Just really get into that. Find your point. Get in there. Stare with openness. Try not to tunnel vision, but stare with a sense of openness. Not like you're just staring at a rock. And not like your staring is so tense. Like if like a little ant were to walk across your vision, it would totally trip you up. Be calm in your stare. Take one more breath here. And then again on the exhale, you're coming up. Exhale. Slowly coming up to stand. Arms relaxed down by your sides. 3 breaths like this. Really soft and open, relaxed. And then we're going to come down to the floor. So you're going to go on another little bit of a tour here. It's really important. I give you my best angle. Well, not just my best angle, but so you can see me. It's really what I meant by that. Let's turn. Got a really nice white wall here for you to see me. Just go all the way down to the ground. Cool. All right. So if you want to have some water, this is a good water moment. Otherwise, you're going to come and sit down on the ground with me, and you're going to kick your legs straight out. Sorry, I just want to make sure you have a good angle. So tip my laptop. All right, so I want you to make sure you're sitting up really tall, and you're going to move the fleshy bits of your bum if needed. Sit up on your sit bones. Hands are going to come right to your thighs, and then you're going to reach for this hamstring stretch that we've been practicing, grabbing hold of whatever you can. Maybe you're grabbing hold of your shins, your knees, maybe your feet like I am, whatever you have. I want you to just grab gently and not even force. Just find a place where you feel like you're making a connection, feel like you have a loop going through your body. Legs, torso, hands, back to legs. Stay here for 3 more breaths. And then slowly rolling up on the exhale, whenever that is. Don't rush your exhale. Find it in yourself. Slowly come up. All the way up till straight. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a nice straddle split. So straddle meaning open the legs as wide as they can. Spend a moment just trying to sit up tall. Okay, sitting up tall. You can almost like squeeze your shoulder blades together, stack your head on top, flex the feet. And then we're going to start to lean ourselves forwards. as best we can without making it too crazy on our bodies. We don't want to, again, put ourselves in a position where we feel uncomfortable. So you're leaning forward, and if you can, you're going to get your elbows down on the ground. If you feel like every breath that you're taking is a nice moment for you to just exhale and let go of more tension, that style of tension that we were talking about in the beginning of our session. And as you just spend more time in the stretch, even though you probably are thinking, this is so long, what are we doing? I'm really bored. Try to relax into the moment, meaning don't force yourself to go deeper. Just exhale and feel like you're relaxing more. That's going to give you the experience of being deeper in the stretch, anyways. We'll stay here for a couple more breaths. And then again, slowly on your exhales when you come up. Been here a while, so take it easy. Slowly come up to sitting tall as you can. Bend the knees. It helps to just grab underneath the knees and scoop the knees up. And then as our kind of final stretch here, we're going to do one leg open, one leg close. So right now I have my left leg in and my right leg is long. On screen. There we go. My left leg is closed and my right leg is open. Straight. And we're going to do just a simple side bend. So hand is going to drag and fall just like it was doing before and grab onto something. Now try not to let your chest and everything roll forward. What you're going to do is actually grab the back of your head with your left hand, go elbow down to the ground for a moment, and then pull your chest up like you're going to look underneath your armpit. You're going to look at the tip of your elbow and get a nice big side body stretch. Just really breathing low. Lots of people have tight side body, tight obliques. You've heard me talk about it quite often, that if you feel like you're reactive or irritated or frustrated, it's really common that we feel tight in our side body. Slowly, on an exhale, roll yourself back up. Take it easy, especially if you got tight side bodies. And you're going to switch it up. That will be our last kind of movement for today. When you get there, make sure you got two sit bones as best you can on the ground. Once you have that, hand on your thigh, rocking it as far as you can, grabbing onto an anchor point. Maybe that's a foot or shin. And then again, grab the base of your skull and look up to the sky. Really look like you're going underneath your armpit. You're hooking up to the elbow and breathing really deep. One more breath here. Slowly coming up on your exhale. Take it easy on your way up. Wonderful. Make sure you're stacked. Everything's in one line, head, torso, pelvis. And thank you for joining me tonight. If you have a bit of extra time to complete any of the other movements that you would like, please go for it. It's so good to do, especially right now. Excuse me, at this time of day. All right, I'll see you tomorrow for our workout. Good night.